Okay, so let's look at getting to the gift wrap from the mount position. That same setup again. Oh, so from here, Matthew wants to keep his arms tucked. I'm just going to be leaning on that neck to get a reaction. Anytime I lean on that and these arms come up, okay, so the worst thing I can do is try to push this arm across. So Matthew's got his, I can take either arm. It's never going to happen. So all we're doing is from this position, I put my hand on the elbow and connect it to my hip. And I just put my body over the elbow. Now if Matthew tries to flare his elbow out, it's not going to happen. But I'll keep it. I want to keep it in that T-Rex position. And now to get it across, I just move my lat behind it. So again, I just keep it there with my left hand. My right lat drops down, hand on the mat, and then I smear it with my body. That's also beginning to turn Matthew from being flat on his back to more onto his left side. And once I get it to there, I just put weight in his side, try to get it back, bro. Then my hand comes underneath. Again, that's a rope and knot grip, thumb on the wrist on the thin part, and I'll be pulling this way. Now from here, I'm going to slide my left knee up towards his head, it's transitioning to T-mount. Right hand goes on the elbow, don't let me turn you. That's a push on the elbow and a pull on the wrist. As he turns onto his side, I'm transitioning to T-mount position. Notice the way my left knee's tight behind his back, try to get your back on the mat, and then I come up on the ball of the foot. And again, from this position, my weight isn't on Matthew. It looks as if I'm sitting on him, but I'm actually raised. And again, what's keeping him on the side is the pull on the wrist and the push on the elbow. And now from here, if he tries to turn into me, it's not going to happen. He can turn this way, but I can use that to take the back. Again, from here, if strikes were involved, I wouldn't recommend hitting the head with your hand. If no access to if you want to hit someone in the head, you'd be hitting him in the jaw, and his jaw's not really open at this stage, so I'd be using elbows. You can see the palm of your hand here, here. He'll probably curl into the ball, which means then I'm hitting the head from this position. Not that we do this in jiu-jitsu, but in case I need to strike from this position in self-defense. Let's look at that again. Just stay at that angle. Yeah. So we're using this lean on the throat, making him deal with it. His hands are in a good position. If I stay here, he's going to be using his upa, he's going to be using his elbow knee. So it's just more about putting a hand on the mat for base and just coming across that throat. Once he deals with it with his hands, I can pick an arm. Obviously, if he's tied up my right hand, it'll be my left that'll be coming along the elbow, and I just connect it to my hip. If he tries to flare it from here, I'm just keeping it in place. To get it across, I move my lat behind it. Don't let me turn you, bro. I just smear it across. Again, I've seen people put their sternum on the elbow. Try to move it here. Again, you'll want to use more of your lat so it's comfortable. If you've got a big elbow sticking into your ribs, you'll probably damage yourself trying to get it across. So just get that sweet spot. Now my weight, don't let me turn you, bro. I just smear that. Notice the way I can even take my knees off the mat, so he's carrying my weight. The left hand comes underneath. Always look for the space. Don't try to come under head. If he keeps his head pinned in the mat, I'll always come through that space. There's that rope and knot grab. And now I slide my knee up, and my right hand goes in the elbow. As I turn him onto the side, I switch to T-mount. Notice the way I'm not sitting on him. Left knee behind his back, right foot tight till his hip, and I'm on the ball of the foot. Concentrate on pulling on the wrist and pushing on the elbow. If he tries to turn back into me, it's not going to happen. We'll look at taking on the back on the next move. But if strikes were available and it was self-defense, I would be looking at the palm of my hand. Oh, this tender area, he'll probably curl up on the ball, and then I can start striking from here. Wouldn't recommend that unless you want to go to A&E with broken hands.